Might be hard to
Righty, I'm
find
gonna
because I used to be a heroin addict, so it might be hard
You
to
were a
find.
heroin addict?
Yeah, so it
Okay,
might be
that's
hard to
good
find
to
a venue.
know. Okay, yeah, well, you know what, we'll do our best. We'll do our best. Let's feel around here. Let's see.
Okay, thank you.
Alright.
Okay. So, let me go ahead and get this TXA. It might sting. Let's try this vein. Alright, on the count of 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's see. Alright, you know what? We got lucky. It looks like it went in just fine. We found... Alright, no problem. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get an IV started, and I'm gonna get TXA started. That's gonna help clot up your blood, okay? Because you are, you know, you're bleeding quite a bit.
That's 15 plus 1 is 10-15. The pillbox was 2 patients.
So what inspired you to become an EMT, and what's the story on how you got in, you know, from saving patients' lives, you know, just being a whole great person in what you're doing for the city?
Yeah, you know, when I first flew into the city, you know, I moved here from just a little town out here. I'm not even gonna say the name because you probably won't even know it. But when I first moved to the city, I wasn't really doing anything. I got a part-time job as a stripper at VU. And then I kind of decided I wanted to do something more, so I went back to school to be an EMT to the university here. Took some classes, you know, I did really well in them, and, you know, I got my first job here, and I worked here ever since. I kind of always had a feeling I wanted to help other people, so, you know, I'm really glad that I was able to get into this job field, because I'm certainly helping people. Yeah, and I get to do really cool things like, you know, train cadets, and, you know, make future EMTs. So it's really nice. So what we're doing is we're getting them checked into the ICU, and that way they're going to be able to recover in a environment, you know, that's able to be monitored, and their friends and stuff can come visit them. So, sir, can you tell me where to find your ID at?
View the back right pocket.
Back right pocket? Got it. Let me just reach under here. Alright, Mr. Anderling?
Yeah. That's me.
Alright, no problem. Alright, so what we're gonna get worked up on you today is we're gonna get checked in the ICU, okay? And then the doctor is gonna come and do just a minor procedure, I promise, to get those bullets out of you so they don't cause an infection. Lucky for you, they seem to have missed the crucial part of your spine, so you should be able to walk again. It might just be some outpatient therapy that might be needed for a little while, but you should be fine.
Thank you, Doc.
No problem. You are discharged from the hospital per the instructions of the medical staff. You can go check out with the nurses at the front, okay?
So where do you see yourself within the next 5 years of the EMS department?
Yeah, so when I first joined EMS, you know, you start from the bottom, and I made it my goal one day that I would become an FTO and be able to train other cadets and be able to, you know, help train future lifesavers. And, you know, over the course of a couple months, I showed dedication and hard work to EMS. I love EMS, and I love everything that comes with it. I love my team members. I love working with police. I love helping everybody in the city, and I think my ultimate end goal is to eventually get to a, you know, a supervisory position of some sort and be able to help lead my own, you know, pack of people, so to speak. But my overall goal with EMS is just to continue to save lives and make a difference in the community. I think that's what I want to accomplish overall.
So within the city of Los Santos, and obviously up in Sandy, anywhere, we all know there's those specific drivers such as Ron, G6, Peter this, Go Postal, you name a lot. Have you got any words for them in their interesting type of driving?
Those people are the bane of my existence. They are the reason there are so many vehicle accidents and why so many EMTs are going to calls all the time, because they can't drive properly and they don't watch both ways before they cross the street or drive. That's how I feel about it.
To prevent all the craziness, do you reckon it'll be a good idea to make the commercial license more intense for everyone?
I 100% think the commercial license should be more intense. I personally got a commercial license, and it was very easy to get. However, I don't think everybody in the city is quite qualified, physically or even maybe mentally, to be driving a big cargo truck or a big gasoline machine. I think there should be a much more extensive test, and maybe a theory test too. My most memorable moment as an EMS, I think, let me put it this way. I'll give you a positive moment that was a memory, and then I'll give a negative memory that still means a lot to me. So on the more positive side, I guess some of my top moments of being an EMT, I absolutely love to go to big scenes, police situations with like big shootouts and everything. So those are some of my favorite moments, because it's an adrenaline rush when you show up to the scene, and then you have all these patients to assess, and it's so fast paced, and everybody has something different. Maybe one guy has no pulse, or someone had a heart attack, or like someone's bleeding out, and you and your teammates are there, and you're like, oh my gosh, like what do we do? And you have a split second to think about what you're going to do, and you automatically just kind of go into this tunnel vision of like marking who's the most worst off, who needs to care first, and then assessing the situation and being able to treat patients, and help resolve the situation, and also put people who deserve to be in jail away in jail. I am an adrenaline junkie when it comes to that, so I really love the more gory scenes, and the ones where there's more happening. Not that I don't love always helping a run driver who's gotten in a car accident, but it's just so exciting when you get a really big adrenaline rush, and there's just a big scene, and there's so much going on, and you have a job to do, and you have to focus on it, and solely that. And it's just an accomplishment. It's a really good feeling to know that you're like there in the moment, in the action, helping out. Yeah. Yeah, the worst moments of being EMT. Well, I've been kidnapped a couple times, but I guess that comes with the job, huh? I don't know why people in the city have a vendetta against meds, but whatever. But I think some of the worst moments are when I have to call the coroner and sign death certificates for police officers. Never gets easier the more that I do. I think I've had to sign a couple death certificates for a couple different police officers. It never gets easier. It's just a very depressing feeling, because they're also a really important member of the community, and someone that, that's your friend or that you've worked with, and, just for it to come down to that because of some situation, and when their blood's on my hands kind of thing, it's a feeling I really can't describe.
So with the last question of this interview, you may have seen on Twitter that you have multiple people in certain situations saying, my friend's down, EMS suck, why aren't you coming to help me? What would you like to say to those people on behalf of you and the full EMS department?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you watch Twitter, I'm very active on my Twitter account. The minute someone bashes EMS, I'm always on Twitter defending it, because those people do not know what it's like behind the scenes. They don't know that most meds probably don't even want to clock on because people are so rude to them, And your buddy may be down in the middle of the street, yeah, but we could have an officer down, on the other side of the city, or we could be dealing with a situation with a big shootout or something. Those people don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And I understand every life is important. I agree. Everybody is important. And, there's a job to do, but, some things have to take priority. And to the people that complain on Twitter, I always tell them, if you have a problem with EMS and you have a problem with how things are being done, then apply for EMS and make a change. You can help be a part of the solution. We're always hiring new people. We want to get cadets in. We want extra help in the city. So, I do say to those people, just apply, make a change. You can get involved and you can do something about it instead of complaining on Twitter. And also, people need to value their life more. Wear your seatbelts and drive safely and not like an idiot.
I'm not who am I harassing?
I mean, I'm not saying at the moment exactly,
I'm not
but
harassing.
frequently are.
I'm here, but
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
take one,
harassing.
but I'm just doing a competition to see who gets to go. Hey, number between 1 and 10. Number between 1 and 10.
8.
Motherfucker,
You already
that was
picked
my
8.
number.
You already picked 8.
Okay, 3.
Alright, you win, come on.
Oh my god, that was so scuffed. That was so.
To say a few things about your experience from
Yeah.
the EMS.
All right, bro. Let me say some stuff about EMS real fast. All right. These dudes, I was laying on the ground after being on the ground, and this EMS driver, instead of stopping to help me up, runs me over as I'm already on the ground.